Okay, so we're going to go with one. This is the second video of the next Tuesday project. And we are going to go with one of your drawings. So you should have 4 sketches and you choose one. And I'm going to choose my fruit flies one. Okay, so then I need an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. All right, and then I need to think a little bit about my perspective. And hopefully you did this already. But if my fruit is flying, what perspective do I want to be at? What, as the viewer, do I want to look like I'm looking down on what's happening? Do I want to look like I'm looking at the side from what's happening? Do I want to look like I'm looking up from the ground? And it kind of depends on what you chose to do. So just talk that out and think that out a little bit. But since my fruit is flying, I want to kind of be up high and kind of looking down. So I'm going to have apples flying off the tree. Okay. And I want them to look like they're flying away from me. Okay, so how do I do that? Well, first I draw my tree. And if I want to look like I'm up high, I want my top of my tree to be really big and the bottom of my tree to be kind of small, which is over here, okay? Top of my tree really big, the bottom of my tree kind of small. And then I want to put some things that look like they're down low. So I'm going to put like the roof of my barn down underneath me. And I'm drawing in Sharpie. You should be drawing in pencil, drawing it light till you get it right. Okay, I'm just drawing it in Sharpie so you can see what I've drawn here. So I'm putting a fence down below and a little bit of a pond and a farm. So see how I drew those small so they look like they're underneath what's happening. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to draw my apples in my tree. Okay, and the ones that are farther back on the tree are smaller. Okay, and the ones that are up in the air are even smaller than that. And I'm going to put mine on a leaf like he did in the story, but you definitely do not have to do that. Okay, some of them maybe will be without it. And I think for fun of it, just to add some interest to my story, I'm going to put some worms in my apples. But what I want you to notice here, I'm not done yet, but I'm going to show you anyway, is the apples on this side of the page are bigger. And then as they go this way, they get smaller. And that makes it look like they're moving away from me. Okay, that's a little trick. So if you want them to look like they're coming towards you, you would start like here in the middle, and they'd be small here in the background, and then they'd get bigger and bigger till right here in the front, they'd be huge and maybe even go off the page. Okay, so that's how you do that. The other way you do that too is by making things lighter in color as they go away from you. Okay. All right. So this is my basic drawing. I need to add a couple little wormies in there. So I'm going to add a little worm in here. Put a little hat on him for the fun of it. There's a worm. There's a little worm there. Maybe a little worm tail on this one. Okay, and a little worm over here. A worm here. Lots of worms, but I think it looks like fun because it kind of looks like we're driving a car or something. All right, so this is my general drawing. This is what I'm going to do. And now I'm ready to color it, okay? You don't need to go through outlining yours in Sharpie. I think you could when you're all done, but I would wait till you're all finished to completely done coloring it and everything. Okay, so I'm going to start coloring this in the next video and give you some tips and tricks on using colored pencils. Okay, bye.